This question is related to number 12 in the stats test. In order to graduate, a student must have 20 credits. A study was conducted among a random sample of 15 high school seniors to see how many credits they currently had. The number of credits were recorded in the split leaf stem plot below. Question A asks what proportion of seniors have less than the required number of credits. The question states that the student must have 20 credits. If we look at the stem and leaf plot, we'll see that these students have less than the required amount of credits. So this is 4 out of the 15, and when you divide this, you'll get 0.27, which you will then multiply by 100 to get 27%. So for A, we can say about 27% of seniors have less than the required number of credits. Moving on to part B, we need to determine the IQR and interpret it in context. We are told that there are 15 values, so the median will be the 8th value, so that there are 7 values on one side and 7 values on the other side. So when we count this out, the 8th value will be 23. And then if we look at Q1 and Q3, Q1 would have to be the 4th value, which would be 19. And then Q3 would have to be the 12th value, which would be 30. Now that we know that Q1 is 19 and Q3 is 30, we can find the IQR. So we do this by doing 30 minus 19, which equals 11. So the IQR is 11. Since the IQR equals 11, we would answer B by saying the middle 50% of seniors are between an 11 credit spread. Part C asks us to determine if there are any outliers. To determine outliers, we're going to take the IQR, which is 11, and multiply it by 1.5. And for this, we get 16.5. So we're going to subtract 16.5 from the Q1, which is 19. So 19 minus 16.5 equals 2.5. And then we're going to add this to Q3, which is 30. So 30 plus 16.5 equals 46.5. And if we compare this to our stem and leaf plot, we can see if there are any outliers. So our outliers are 2.5 and 46.5. If we look at the stem and leaf plot, we can see that our minimum value is 15 and our maximum value is 34. So we can conclude that there are no outliers. So again, for part C, we would say that there are no outliers in the data. Part D then asks us to find the median and interpret in context. As we found back in part B, the median is 23 because it is the 8th value and it has 7 values on the left and 7 values on the right. So for part D, we would say the median is 23 credits, and this means that 50% of seniors have more than 23 credits and 50% of seniors have less than 23 credits. And that concludes part A to D of question 12 on the stats test.